So the cryptocurrency ETNs are finally here. And yes, you can buy Bitcoin and Ethereum in your stocks and shares ISA, providing you are in a really good broker. But there's a bit of a catch to it. And yes, HMRC and the UK regulatory bodies have majorly dropped the bollock again. Now, I've been in crypto since 2016. I've been buying my own Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for a very, very long time. However, this was designed to make it easier for people, and I think they've just made it worse. Now, I've been in crypto for nearly 10 years now, since 2016. I have held through multiple cycles, and I was really genuinely excited about this because it was kind of a little bit of a step forward with the UK to make it a bit easier for people to actually hold some cryptocurrency exposure in a way, not the perfect way, but in a way, through their traditional brokers. But in true UK fashion, they've completely cocked it up. And yeah, this video is going to show you how to buy them, why you should maybe buy them, well, essentially what the risks are with this, and why maybe I probably won't be buying them anymore. Now, quick recap. On the 8th of October, the ban from the FCA was finally lifted for the UK to get involved in terms of buying cryptocurrency related products in brokers, right? So basically tracking the price in a way of what Bitcoin's doing, what Ethereum's doing. That's fine. But for years, these products have only been limited to certain countries. Germany's one. You know, we had the US as well recently. But in the UK, it was completely shunned. And yes, as I speak right now, you can hold this in your stocks and shares ISA, even in your pension if your provider allows it. That's fine. But as I say, there's a few hidden risks, there's a few little elements. And as much as on the screen here, this is a cryptocurrency market capitalization website called CoinMarketCap, it's telling you all this stuff. The only ones that we're focusing on are the top two, obviously Ethereum and obviously Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the king in my opinion. You can see that behind me on my main screen, I have a Bitcoin white paper. They're designed, as I say, to give you some exposure if you are a bit of a boomer and you don't have much luck with technology. You don't want to use wallets and all that kind of good stuff, that's fine. But the problem is there's a massive gaping problem, but we'll come on to that in a minute, so don't bugger off. Now, one of the questions that I've been getting on a lot of the older videos that I did about this was, how do I buy? What do I do? Oh my God, chill your beans, Winston, right? So essentially, you can buy these on any traditional broker these days, right? They're pretty much getting released as and when now. And the obvious one, you've got BlackRock, you've got Wisdom Tree, and you've got 21 Shares. They're the three obvious ones, right? Now, you got this one here, the what I think it's iBit and the what, it's a weird symbol in it, but that's the iShares one. This has only been out for literally a day, pretty much. It's not been out for long. So there's one you can buy. The other one here is WXBT, which has been out for a little bit longer now, but this has been out in other countries for a long time, but it is now available for the UK, which is fine. It's on the London Stock Exchange. So that is another one. And as you can probably see, they're all different. And this is another one that just got released a couple of days ago. So this is 21 Shares. They all have the similar sort of unit price in terms of movement in change, but they all have different types of price points essentially, which makes it a little bit more complicated, right? But as I say, right, this is the iShares one. So this is on BlackRock website, iShares Bitcoin ETP. And you can see that the fee there isn't too bad, to be honest with you, the fee wise. You know, currently it is going to be 0.15%, which is pretty good, and 0.25% after, you know, the 1st of January. So this is essentially it. There's no real detail. Its inception date was quite early, but it is actually live on the market as of, I think, yesterday. So yeah, it's new. It's very, very new. And as I say, this just tells you what they all are in terms of the tickers and all that kind of good stuff. There you go. Listing date the 20th. So not long at all. The other one, the Wisdom Tree one, has been around since 2019. But this one was mainly in Germany, I believe, or something like that. I can't remember. In Jersey and stuff like that. But as you can see here, there you go. So you got, you know, all the different markets apart from the UK, which has finally just been listed, which is ultimately this one here. It's there again. It's there twice. But yeah, you get the idea. Again, if you just want to put in Ethereum, again, similar sort of providers, similar sort of situations. As you can see, the changes are all the same. Again, there's all kinds here, but let's talk about some of the issues that we've got. Okay, but there's obviously a catch. I'm going to break your heart a little bit. So, as I've just alluded to it, as of now, you can use it as normal. It's fine. But as of the 6th of April, technically, the ISA platforms will have to reclassify this and sell them in your stocks and shares ISA because it will only be available in the innovative, if I can say the word, finance ISA, which sucks. So yeah, really bad, realistically. And I've always been kind of an advocate of the ISA platform, but I always say to people, I think they are very, very complicated because you've got five, realistically, kind of ish. You got the cash ISA, the stocks and shares ISA, they're the main two. You got this one here, which is the innovative finance one, which is basically technology. You had like the Brit ISA, which didn't really take off, and then the lifetime ISA. It makes it a little bit complicated. So for the next like little window in time, yes, you can buy them. It's fine, but they will be sold, which is pointless. So yeah, not ideal. But to me, this short-term flip-flopping confusion is classic government indecision when it comes to crypto. The UK market has been so behind ever since Rishi Sunak said, London will be the blockchain capital of the world. We have regressed that far. As an investment population, we are pretty crap anyways. Let's be honest, our risk tolerance as a UK person is crap, and our percentage of cash without any interest getting earned is really high versus, say, most other countries. And this just makes it more obvious as why would we restrict this product to a certain product within another product, which is then confusing as hell anyways. Let's talk about, say, the other risks, because there's going to be issues here. We know it's going to kind of keep on going. And obviously people always have this debate about cryptocurrency. Is Bitcoin legit? What happens if certain things? So let's talk about the four obvious, right? The first one is obviously issue risk. The ETNs are technically debt notes, right? Exchange and traded notes of that. And if the issuer goes bust, you could lose your money. Now, the thing is with this as a counter argument, a lot of those issuers are really big companies like obviously BlackRock and stuff like that. So you're probably all right. The other part of it is the obvious in the room is you are not actually holding Bitcoin yourself. That's where I'm going to kind of pivot your entire brain in a minute. But you do not own any Bitcoin. You are only tracking it. It's like with the ETFs. You don't own the actual stocks. You own a part of the unit, which is a part of the S&P or whatever, and therefore you track the price of those. Now, the price volatility is another issue you may not like. Crypto moves pretty rapidly, not as crazy as what gold has over the last 6 weeks, but ultimately you get the idea. These are not slow ETFs. Cryptocurrency is volatile. You will see 3 to 5% swings per day, maybe even more in Ethereum, and we've seen periods like that in the past where it could be very aggressive. And number 4, the rules might change again. Because the UK sucked, just saying. So yeah, treat this like a bit of a bonus, not permanent feature. This could all blow up. If it goes downwards in the HMRC side of it and gets jittery feet, so to speak, could be a bit of an issue. But yeah, the big element to all this is it's not even going to last in your own stocks and shares ISA, which is where most people are comfortable with. So already we're seeing that one play out. So yeah, it isn't just paper Bitcoin. It is the real thing. It's just wrapped up very, very, very differently in a different bow. So just be mindful of that. So here's my honest take about the ETNs, and I don't think I'll be using them. I don't think I will be. I don't see the point now with it being in the different product. So I still buy Bitcoin. I'm doing a Bitcoin challenge on my other channel, which is fine. And yeah, I'm going to have an ISA allocation for the blockchain funds. I've mentioned that before. I have my dividend portfolio. I want to get that up to obviously 1 million by the time I'm 50, which is going to be crazy, alongside the all world funds. And then I will have an ETF for the blockchain side of it, which is companies and miners and stuff like that, which is all around the blockchain world, which is a very, very speculative ETF, obviously. But for me, it isn't about trading. I already hold Bitcoin. I'm already happy with my Bitcoin position. I'm already very, very wealthy on that side of the market. This aim is to grow over time doing the same thing, realistically, right? And if you are a long-term investor in trying to build wealth in the UK, this is a first real bridge between cryptocurrency and traditional finance that we've actually got in terms of Bitcoin and Ethereum in terms of your ISA and tax-free allowances. But obviously there's a little bit of complication and bridging you've got to kind of figure out. The whole element around crypto is still very much time. I think Bitcoin will outperform most things over the next coming decades. It's kind of already proven with the scarcity factor as well, how kind of, it outperforms, and obviously what we've seen with gold recently too. But the fundamentals are, it needs to be simple for people to do. I would always recommend people educating themselves about why these are going to be very, very interesting products in the future. But more often than not, just be self-custody. Just do it yourself. Have full control of your Bitcoin. Yes, there's tax elements to that. But also, if you're thinking about it, you don't have to, if you're in the UK, obviously not financial advice, of course, you can control what tax you pay in terms of how much you sell. So you don't have to go crazy bananas and sell every single time. You can sell little bits within your allocation, whatever it may be, or little bits in terms of profit or loss. Whereas with a stocks and shares ISA and obviously other platforms around, taxes, with that, you can't offset losses, and they might well be losses if you are buying at the wrong time, because things will be very, very volatile. So yeah, if you're not yet done so, please do smash the old subscribe button, because I will be kind of following this, and my own portfolio journey will kind of have elements of blockchain technology within that, which is absolutely fine. But the reality is, you've got to keep it simple. Use small allocations, because these are very, very volatile assets. And yeah, within an ISA, it's fine, and you can track the long-term price, and yeah, you don't have to pay tax, but there is, as I say, a little bit of jeopardy around certain things. But if you are a long-term financial market guru, you should you should realistically already have had Bitcoin on your radar. Anyways, watch these, may help you with other stuff.